Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the August Faves and Fails. Today I'm hoping this video is not a fail because I am using a new ring light with my new camera. I'm not sure how the white balance is gonna look. I am not sure how things in the makeup are gonna look, so fingers crossed this isn't a fail. As many of you guys know, I am working really hard behind the scenes to up the quality here on my channel. I have invested in a new camera and new software to edit with that I am still in the throes of trying to find the correct training for what I do here on this platform. So many things. But today is about faves and fails in makeup. I've also got some tools. I've got some skincare in here. I have a lot of stuff. I have some Boxycharm items in front of me. I have some high-end items in front of me, and I have some drugstore items, a tool actually from Amazon, and a crazy expensive tool that I got from the Boxycharm pop-up that I've essentially now tried 3 times, but I'm still trying to decide, is it worth the hype or the extremely high price tag? Lots to get through in this video. So if you are interested, grab a water, grab a tea, grab a snack, because it is time to go through the last month's faves and fails. Also, if you like my makeup, I'm going to be listing some of the things I used down below. I'm trying really hard to get better at the description box for you guys too, but this has been such a hard, crazy year that there's so much to focus on. So thank you guys so much for your patience and love as always. The first stuff we need to talk about, I feel like, is kind of like chronological order for how I do things in my day. And that's going to be starting with some skincare that, yes, I got from Boxycharm, but also some of the items that I mentioned, if I got it from Boxycharm, you can clearly buy them from the brand yourself or from Ulta or from Amazon, whatever. So I always like to go in depth with you even if you don't get Boxycharm because the items are still out there and they're still good. Or are they? The first item I'm going to be talking about is something that either came in a premium or a luxe. At this point, the 2020 world and the way Boxycharm keeps rolling out new boxes, I can't keep it straight. But I can tell you, this product has become kind of a favorite here in my tiny little house from not only me, but Adam too. And you know that's an endorsement when Adam also likes something. This is the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Sleeping Mask. But you don't really have to only use it as a sleeping mask. This can also be a mask that you put on for about 10 minutes and then wash off. You don't really see it when you put it on your skin, and it definitely looks like someone just chopped up an avocado and put it in this jar, which is pretty cute. But the thing that I forgot to mention in the title of it is a retinol product. So retinols, if you're unfamiliar, are something that can be fickle with certain types of skin. My skin, I am learning, loves it because it really does help with aging, wrinkles, texture, so many things. And the way I really enjoy using this is as a sleeping mask. Adam tried it the first time just as a regular mask, had it on for 10 minutes and then washed it off. And the thing about this is even though it looks like it's part of an avocado, it does not show up on your face at all when you're wearing it. So it just kind of feels smooth on the skin. You definitely feel like there is a layer of skincare working. And what I like to do, and what Adam has now learned he also likes to do, is to go to sleep in it. You let it dry, and then it just wears down, and it's so easy to forget you even have it on, to be honest with you. But in the morning, I will wash my face, and this part of my face that I feel like is the part that will probably be the one that starts, the area that starts to age a bit because of freckles no longer looking like freckles, more looking like age spots. That's kind of where, as women, we tend to start to look like things are dragging down. I have noticed when I use this, everything looks lighter, everything looks brighter, lifted. The markings on my skin, whether they're freckles or even if some of them are sunspots, have just started to lighten and lift away, and my pores look smooth. Like they don't even look as bossy as I know they can. So I'm really doing so much with skincare this year in 2020 because what a crazy year. May as well try to take care of ourselves. So this mask has been amazing, amazing, amazing. It doesn't even really have a scent to it, so that's why it's so easy to forget you have it on if you do want to sleep with it on. I do suggest if you've never tried a retinol before, maybe just do the 10 minutes, and that's probably why they say that on their box. But I have to tell you, on the packaging, there's like nothing on it except for the name. So if you forget, you will have to probably look it up. But I know at first it said you can use it for 10 minutes or as a sleeping mask. But since it even says sleeping mask on the jar, I knew that's probably how I get the best benefits. And that is really where I'm seeing it. Now, I probably have only done this, I did it once this past week, and then I think I did it once before. I would maybe only do this something like once a week. I wouldn't do this too frequently because my skin is so sensitive. I have no idea what it would do if I did things too much other than break out like crazy. So I am really, really enjoying this. I don't think that it has come time yet to talk about this in a quarterly review for Boxycharm yet, but if it does, you'll have the inside scoop. Something else that I have been using in my morning rituals, my morning routines, where I leave my little tiny house, I go out on my tiny house deck with my AirPods in, and I just listen to some morning meditations, some morning music to kind of start my day on a positive note. I also love doing some self-care with skincare, as I've let you guys know all summer, and something that I put back into my routine the past month has been this Sunday Riley Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream. I am almost done with this, sadly, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I couldn't remember if I had liked it, but I knew I really wasn't into skincare as much as I was this year when I received this. You can see how little there is left now. Now, it is a water cream, so I feel like I probably went through this faster than I would my It Confidence in a Cream Moisturizer. I still love that stuff too, but I wanted to come back over and use some of this, and oh my gosh, it feels so nice on the skin. I do pair it with morning serums, and I think it does such a great job. I also like to take my skincare, take it down my neck to the top of my chest, and I've been using stuff on the back of my hands a lot with moisturizers because I feel like this year is going to be aging all of us no matter what we try. Tell that to my white hairs that are peeking through more and more. So I'm trying to be as preventative as I can and give myself as much self-love as I can. So I've been loving this skincare because I've been putting it on my hands, my chest, my neck, my face, and I think it is doing a really, really nice job. I'm actually thinking I might miss this, and I'm hoping that maybe the Boxycharm pop-up or someone has this on sale soon because it is literally near nothing. Ooh, and one of my girlfriends I grew up with was just asking me how I liked this water cream. So, Amy, that's how I feel about it, but I'll message you too so you know. You gotta take care of the girls in your life, you know? Okay, so something else I use occasionally in the mornings, probably 2-3 times a week, if I'm going to be honest with you, is something that I heard about when I was in my early 20s, and I was like, that won't happen to me. Oh, but it does. How many ladies in the audience can fully understand when you get those 1 or 2 stray chin hairs? Yeah, I said it, and if you are a subscriber of mine that's probably in your early 20s, you may not have to worry about this for a minute, but I promise you, and I'm sorry, but it's coming. It is coming. The call is coming from inside the house. You're gonna get a little hair or 2 or 7, whatever, and occasionally that just becomes a big thing, and sometimes I would tweeze them or whatnot, but the ones around my lips, I'm always trying to be very cautious with, especially as I age. So I was actually asked Adam, hey, could you just order my little face razors I use for dermaplaning? And I do have some of those, but he also bought me something a couple of months back that I've been trying behind the scenes, and I've been hesitant to talk about it on camera because I'm not 100% sure it's like the best thing ever, but it's definitely worked for me throughout the whole summer, so I thought it would be worth mentioning to you. The only name on this is called, like, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Luxe, and it's a little face shaver. I'm sure there's a variety of kinds you can use online. I'll put this in my Amazon links down below. But again, like, I'm not saying this is probably the best one out there, but it's pretty inexpensive and it's been working pretty consistently for me through the summer. It's just something where you take the cap off and it has just this little face blade here, and it's really good for sensitive skin because, like, you could put this right up against your face and it doesn't, you know, give me any harsh red lines or markings or anything on my face. But then you just twist the back end and you can kind of hear it. Put it up here by the microphone. You can hear it running. And honestly, I can just kind of go in circular motions and get wherever I feel like those hairs are, either around my, you know, my little female mustache area or the bottom parts of your chin. As a brunette, and I am naturally a brunette, It's a thing. It's a part of life, at least for some of us, maybe not all of you, and if not, you're lucky. But it's just a way to dermaplane. You can also use it on the little peach fuzzes you get, because I tend to get a little bit more peach fuzz, like maybe back here or something. This is maybe a weird thing to talk about, but honestly, it's something that I've been able to kind of like use throughout this summer, and it's worked fine without irritating my very sensitive skin. Again, I'm not saying it's the best thing out there, but it's definitely something that has lasted for me all summer long, and it just takes like, I think, a AA battery. Yeah, just a AA battery. One's all it takes. So, just thought I would pop this in here for you. Man, I hope YouTube doesn't demonetize me for thinking this is something else. It's a face shaver for dermaplaning. All those things. You know, right there? Yeah, right there. Moving through my morning, a lot of times right after I wash my face first thing in the mornings or after I take off all my makeup, something that I have started implementing into my skincare routine, which is newer for me, so it's gonna take a little bit longer for me to figure it out. But so far, I have had no skin breakouts or irritations from this kind of high-end product that I got from Boxycharm. That is a toner. This is the Biro Bitter Green Essence Toner. This was, I think, like a $90-something product, and no, you do not need a toner. I honestly have just started introducing toners to my life right now. What I mostly do is use this at the end of the day for sure. I've also been trying to implement it in the mornings, but probably more like every other or every second day do I do it in the mornings. Wash my face, take all my makeup off. I usually do a double cleanse if I have on this much makeup. And then after I know I have every stitch of makeup off, I just kind of dump some of this into my hand, because even the directions say just use it very gently across your face. I'll put it all over and then kind of go on about my night. And I'm also noticing, again, my skin is looking really good in the areas I directly apply it, which is usually right in here at first. So I don't know what all the good things have been happening behind the scenes here, or what, you know, what all of it is working together beautifully. And this is something I have recently introduced to my routine, which I am enjoying. But I have seen people say like, hey, you don't need a toner. And you're like, I'm like, you're right. I'm 36 and I'm just now starting to actually try to implement a toner. So you don't need one. I feel like I'm trying to help my texture though in certain areas too. So I think this might be helping. Something that I'm still working through as far as some fails go for the month of August. If you've been watching my most recent videos, you probably have a little inkling of what I'm going to be talking about. If you think this might be gimmicky, raise your hand or like the video. Because as many of you know, we both have been doing some investigating behind the scenes to go, is this even a legit Mudmasky blue light filter moisturizer product? Is this even worth the hype? And a lot of us kind of don't think it is. I did use this in a very recent video with a full face of Boxycharm makeup, and if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and link it above for you. It was a good time. It was pretty long, so make sure you have a tea and a snack, because there is a lot to dive into, and this was one of the pieces. Quick Cliff's Notes on this. We're pretty sure between like the ingredients involved and how it feels on the skin and the claims, we're like, are you trying to be a moisturizer that's like that next level? But alcohol in it makes a lot of us anxious. Quite honestly, I don't know how much I'm honestly going to be reaching for this. It kind of felt like a fail on a lot of different levels. It's a very thick product. Like even just trying to get a little bit out. It also starts to feel a bit heavy. A little bit goes a long way with something like this. Now it's still really caked up on my hand. I don't know if you can see that or not, and I was rubbing it around. But the other thing is like sunscreen is going to be better for you than something like this. It just kind of feels a little like we're pushing a product you probably don't need. There's not really a need in the market for something like this. Just toggle off the blue light on your phone or put on sunscreen. I've had a few breakouts. I don't know if it was from this. I don't know if it was from, like I said, I've been doing a lot of different stuff with skincare right now, but this just isn't something that I was like super impressed by after using it a few times. And how do you prove that it's working, right? Like, how do you prove that? Maybe I should send something like this over to Jen Loves Reviews and be like, can you tell us if this is, you know, good or crap? We need to know. Something else that I think will work good for me on at-home days when I am working from home and I just want a little bit of something on my face for Zoom calls, or I'm just that kind of person too that likes to do my morning makeup because that is my morning time. That is part of my morning ritual for me and relaxing for me. But sometimes you just want an easy, fast face and go. I think that might be the only time I really jump into this QMS Meta Cosmetics Active Glow Tinted Day Cream. You guys saw me again put this on in layers, which it is not meant for apparently, in my recent Boxycharm video, where a lot of you also let me know that the pump is not broken, even though it may look like it is. It's actually just, I guess, supposed to be like that, a lot of you said, and I was probably, because it was stored like this, it was having a hard time getting products, so I guess I need to store it maybe this way. Thank you for letting me know. That makes me feel better that it's probably not broken. It's just the pump has been fickle for a lot of us, probably because it's like, I don't stand up my foundations like this. But I don't even know if I finished my first thought with this, which was, this is probably only good for light days for me, not days that I want to do all of this beat all over my face, because sometimes you just want to do this for fun. But if you're just wanting a nice, light, easy breezy day, this could work, but it did turn pretty orange on me. In person, one layer does not make me look terribly orange. It is more when you try to layer it that it got really crazy, and under lights and a lot of lighting and editing, it can look like, I look like an Oompa Loompa in that video. I mean, go and look, you'll see. Less is more with this product for sure. It's a crazy high dollar value. I would never purchase this on my own. I think it was like 105 bucks or something. The claims on this product are that it is lightweight, sheer, color adaptive cream with vitamins that blurs imperfections to reveal a visibly glowing, even skin. Definitely gives you glowy skin. That you cannot deny, because everybody's like, ooh, I look really, really glowy, but I can also look really, really oily as an oily skin girl. So balance this. I'm still gonna figure out better ways to work with this in the future, probably with powders, obviously, oily combo skin girl here. So I'm gonna play with this a bit more and tell you more in an upcoming quarterly Boxycharm review how I feel about this in depth, but you've seen me now continually try it. So stay tuned. Ooh, foot's asleep. Foot's asleep. Don't sit on your foot while you film, Nicole. Really, really quick disclaimer. I know this is in the middle of the video, but apparently YouTube has stopped emailing notifications of uploads. Why? Because they claimed, from what I read, they didn't think it was affecting view time for people, but they clearly weren't looking at us smaller content creators. So if you are always relying on that email or something from the notification bell, I don't know what all they're changing this year, to be honest, because 2020 is a wreck. Be sure you are subscribed and try to keep an eye out for when I'm uploading. Right now it is every Sunday. I am uploading at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully in the upcoming months I'll be able to go back to twice a week, which was Thursdays and Sundays, but for right now my content is definitely out here on Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern time. For some reason, YouTube is making it very hard for us smaller content creators that put in a lot of work for them. So don't miss out on the upcoming things. I wanted to mention that really, really quickly because that's something I just learned this week because one of you guys let me know. Thank you, Lisa. Mwah. This is something that I got from an Ipsy a while back, and it was 2 samples, and I knew I enjoyed them. Gosh, was it the end of last year, beginning of this year? Time is so irrelevant this year, right? But I am in love with these, and I think there is a version of this coming out in the Ulta 21 day sale. I'm really considering buying a big version. I'm not sure if it's the exact same formula, but it is the It Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better foundation with like 50 plus SPF in it. I have 2 little samples here in different colors. It says it's a CC Plus color correcting full coverage cream, anti-aging, hydrating serum, SPF 50, all the things. One was a bit more medium toned and one was a bit darker. I don't see the names on them at the moment, but I'm trying to figure out which one is going to be in the Ulta 21 day sale, because if it's anything like these, I like this a lot. I can't believe how good my skin looks with these. And when I asked you guys on Instagram, and if you don't follow me there, you can follow me right here behind the scenes for a lot of the questions that I ask you guys, upcoming videos, all the fun things. So many of you let me know you also love this type of foundation. So I am so tempted in the Ulta 21 day sale to be like, I might want to try that. I feel like I haven't tried a lot of foundations this year. I might need to do that. But these were awesome, and I was so excited to see that that was coming up maybe in the Ulta 21 day sale. So I'm really enjoying these and like literally squeezing it out to get out whatever is left in the bottom, because it makes my face look really, really good, and it's not a lot of product, which is nice. Especially for us remote workers that don't see a lot of people other than Zoom, it's kind of like a nice, easy makeup to wear, and that's fun. Okay, for the record, this product was a fail for me, I think like 8-ish months ago, because we got this in a Boxycharm something. I think a regular Boxycharm. And it is a liner that all of us had the issue that as soon as we were done with it and we thought, oh, my wing looks beautiful, I love it, and then we put the product away, the cap came off. And I thought it was just a me thing, so when I saw it was in the Boxycharm pop-up a long time ago, I bought it again, and so many of you let me know when I told you I repurchased it that the cap came off for you too, so we were all like, this has to be faulty packaging. So far, every time I use this, and I've used this twice this week, I have like jammed the cap back on so I don't lose this product a second time. This is the Hank and Henry liner in Blickity Black. Do you guys remember when we got this from Boxycharm, or do you still have this? This sucker definitely came apart on me, and just kind of like somehow the cap came off in the drawer and dried up really fast, because it is like one of those marker felt tips. But I remember when I did get to try it on camera, I loved it. So I was like, this is really pretty, this is really nice. So I got it again just to find out a lot of you guys had that same issue. It feels like it's a springy cap in a way, like you gotta hear the click, but I don't even know how it came off, but it leaves a really nice line. Like you can kind of see here. It does a really great job, and a lot of us loved the final look of it and the application. This is their long wear liquid eyeliner, and I can tell you, I have worn this a couple different times this week just for funsies, and I could get a really nice, sharp, beautiful wing that really livened up just an everyday, natural, brown toned eye look. It did a beautiful job. I actually paired this the other day with a new eyeshadow palette that I got from Boxycharm. I'll tell you really quick, because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this cool toned Teddy Boy palette from Butter London, but this with this was beautiful. And even as this is drying now, it does have like this black sheen to it, so you can kind of see it, and it reflects a little bit. It's not totally matte or anything, but it definitely doesn't go anywhere, which is nice when you're wanting a black wing liner to be just that, a black wing liner, and not a black smudge liner. As I kind of get into the back half of the year, no matter what year it is, that's kind of when I start to pull out a little bit more gemstones or more really in-depth eye looks. That tends to, I don't know what it is about the fall-ish time, and we're coming into the Labor Day weekend, so that's kind of like when I start to like in my head transition with makeup. Even though I live in Tampa, it's going to be 90 degrees here until January, but still that's when I start to pull some of that stuff out. So this was a lot of fun to actually rediscover in my collection and see that it still worked. Something else that I'm trying now that I'm going to give you an update on in the future is my mascara today. You guys know I love a good drugstore inexpensive mascara, and I've talked to death about the Essence/Princess that you guys told me about. I learned about it from you guys, and I feel like I'm just piping up all of your guys' expertise every time I talk about that mascara, because it is so good, and I got it because of you. Another mascara that I have had in like my bottom drawer over here for a while, because I think I got it in one of those months where I got so many of my subscription boxes that I knew there was some stuff I wanted to try, but I have one face, only so much I can do. So I kind of like put this in a drawer and then forgot about it. I am loving this Pixie by Petra mascara. It's a double wand, which I did not even know till this morning. So again, I'm just trying this for the first time. Here's the first wand, which, you know, pretty standard mascara wand. It's got the short, silicone-y looking bristles to it. That's fine. Then I realized, look at this tiny cuteness for your lower lashes. This made my lashes on my bottom look so long and full today. And I'm also impressed with how my top lashes look. And I coated them up. It let me do like 3 layers. And I'm not sure. Let's try. I'm not sure with this new camera how much you'll be able to see with this ring light going, but I did obviously a very bold eye look today using some Colourpop and my new Ciate palette and a little bit of the Manny MUA Morphe palette on my eyes, and I really wanted something to pop, but I did not want to put on false lashes. So I was about to reach for my normal mascara when I was like, you know what, I haven't gotten to try this, let's do it. And today I really am impressed with how my eyelashes are not only like spread and longer, but staying up. And my lower lashes really are making their own statement, and that is not easy for my lashes, especially my lower lashes, to do. And after usually like 40 minutes, my lashes tend to fall. These are not falling, and I'm so pleased with how they look. I'm adjusting my mirror so I can even see them because I'm like, wow. I'm really pleased with how they are staying up. They are staying full. I feel like they're having their own moment in this eye look. And usually when you do a bold eye look, you almost feel like especially when you're putting yourself on the internet like YouTube, you feel like you have to put on a false lash. Sometimes I feel like I can ruin a really good eye look with the glue and trying to mess with the lash and like, where does the line go? Oh, this one looks different than this one, because that's not my favorite. Penny is out there barking at the Amazon guy. She thinks she's so tough. She's 18 pounds. 18 pounds of tough. That's what she thinks. Lashes for me just tend to be that extra step that can sometimes mess up a little bit the eye look I'm doing, because I don't do it continually anymore. But I'm pretty pleased with how these are kind of just standing on their own right now and really helping the eye look to, I feel like, go to another level. So I'm really pleased with this mascara, and I haven't messed with a fresh, well, I have messed with some mascaras from Boxycharm. I can't even say I haven't tried mascaras. So this is the first mascara, I guess, that has impressed me in a very, very long time. Wow, thank you, Pixie. And thanks for being drugstore and cruelty-free. Double bonus. So again, this is only my first trial, but you guys know I think mascaras get better the longer they live, because it's like it's opened up, it's oxidized, it's got a chance to really let that formula do its thing. So stay tuned, and I'll probably let you know how I feel about this in the future, but first application and I'm this pleased, that rarely happens to Nicole. Truth, truth, truth. Okay, something that I don't like for my eyelashes. I feel like that list has been a lot longer this year with Boxycharm, but I gotta tell you, I'm not an eyelash primer girl, and maybe it's just because of the way my hair type is and my eyelashes are, but this is the Laura Geller Eyelash Primer. It's the Fortifying Lashes. And for me, it's not even saying this is a bad product. I think it just doesn't do my lashes the way I enjoy. And I think that's just going to be most lash primers for me, I guess. Unless one day I find one that just stops me in my tracks and makes me go, I forget everything I said, you're the best. But until that day happens, I'm going to stick with what I know. I can just tell you that this tends to make my eyelashes clump together, which I think the purpose of that is to make them look thicker, and so that way maybe they can just start to have a little bit more life on the eyes. But I think either the length of my lashes or the way I just like them, for me it looks too spidery, and that's not a look I enjoy with my eyelashes. I want them to look long and fluffy. I don't think this is the worst eyelash primer I've ever had, because I've had some really bad ones from Boxycharm in years past. So this one actually is the one that I was like, ooh, if I play with this more, I have discovered I like it better when it's still wet to then go into a mascara with. So what I may actually try too, because I, you know, was okay with it with my Essence mascara because I went in with it wet. Don't wait for this to dry, at least if you have eyelashes like mine. Maybe I'll try it with this and see what I think. But right now, it's definitely not something that I'm like loving. If anything, it's kind of been a detractor for me for the month of August. It's just true. A lot of times throughout the year, I love a good nude lip, and I think getting the great nude lip to go with sometimes like either a bold eye like this or even just a more neutral one. A nude lip can make your lips look bigger and poutier in a lot of different ways. A way that I like my lips to look big, juicy, and full is to do some nude lips, starting with like a lip liner and then going into a matte lip and then with a gloss. So it's kind of like a 3-step process that honestly in 2020 I could not have been bothered to do in the first half of the year. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Girl Scouts honor, it was just ease of use, get through the day. Now we're getting to that time of year, like I said, where my brain switches a little bit to, we could do a couple bits of layering here, we could get a little experimental there, and hence the face today. I just went all in, obviously, which sometimes is just fun. You need to do it for yourself. So a lot of times my 3-step process will kind of look like liner, and I do enjoy my Jordana lip liner in the shade Tawny. I've told you guys that. I think today I'm wearing something else from Boxycharm though, and then the lipstick that I'm loving to put on top of that is a matte Ofra lipstick, and I love Ofra. A lot of you guys know that liquid lip right there is like one of my top ones. I used to really love the Ultra Satin Matte Lips from Colourpop, but I think they've changed their formula or changed the naming or something, because when I've typed that in most recently, it's like those are all gone, and those were my favorites, especially the Aquarius from Kathleen Light's Colourpop. But I think that one was just the matte lip though. Either way, this nude lip is something that I love because this is a nice matte one and it's not too drying with the formula. This is Sao Paulo. This is what I have on my lips today and what I've been wearing a lot recently. Depending on what liner I've put underneath, because this can kind of look a little bit warmer, putting this on top gives it a nice color, balance, and then to really juice up the lips to make them look maybe plumper and more noticeable in your makeup look is to pop on a gloss. I do really like the Iconic London. This is the one I'm wearing today. This one is the shade Nearly Nude, and I feel like that just adds that little extra bit. It can really punch up a lip look and really make that part of the focus of the look, and I just think that sometimes that's just that nice extra juicy step I love doing. But something else that I did yesterday, I did not go into that type of gloss. I went into the Fenty, what is this, like the Diamond Milk Balm? What is this called? The Gloss Balm Diamond Milk, and this one has like some sparkles to it. I don't know if you can kind of see that on camera or not because this isn't on top of anything else. And it just really gives you that juicy lip look. I had this on yesterday on top of this Sao Paulo shade, and it's just so beautiful. It's a great color combination for a juicy nude lip, and that's something in August I've really been pulling out more a lot. And I just am like, oh, I forgot how much I like that look. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it can punch up even just the most basic of eye looks because then your lips are a little bit more of the focus. One other piece that I've gotten from Boxycharm, I don't know if it was like a month or two ago, but this for me is nice if I want to add some dewiness to my skin, a little bit of extra shine. So I'm thinking for myself, maybe I'll try to pull this out more in the winter for me because I feel like every setting spray I get from Boxycharm is a dewy mist, and as an oily combo-y girl, I need some variety, and I don't think anything is ever going to knock off unless something new comes onto the market. My Urban Decay All-Nighter, this is my go-to for my setting down my makeup to last all day, especially with humidity and my crazy skin. But this Ciate Everyday Vacay is, again, just to add that dewy mist to you. So sometimes I'll add this in and then I'll go back with my Urban Decay, but this isn't something that I'm noticing really keeps my makeup on. And there's also like nothing else on the packaging. It's just like this iridescent pearl packaging with just the name on it. So it's not even like it gives you tips or hints like on the back how to use it or anything. And I feel like everything else we've gotten from Boxycharm does give you like, well, first of all, the ingredients. Second of all, the best way to use it, what its claims are. I think this is just to kind of like give you that extra mist, which can also be nice on the body, I suppose. If I don't want to put it on the face. Yeah, it's a little bit of that dewiness. But honestly, I don't really enjoy putting this just on my face as a setting mist. I'll generally either pop back into this or maybe something else that I've got going. But this is what I use if I'm wanting to kind of like liven up a look with some dewiness. So I think I'm going to hang on to this for the winter. We'll see. Okay, for the record, for this last item I'm going to be telling you about, oh my gosh, it has a crazy expensive MSRP value, but because I picked this up in the Boxycharm pop-up, I did not pay anywhere near the price that it claims its MSRP is. I think I paid $50 for this tool off of the Boxycharm pop-up because I was really close to wanting to get the Dyson version of this about 1.5 years ago. Actually, Adam even had plans to secretly get it for me for like a birthday present or something, but I'm glad he didn't because I picked up this little blow dryer here from, how do you pronounce this, Soilel? From the Boxycharm pop-up. I even kept the box so I could talk about it in this video because it has a lot of nice claims to it, and I was needing the small tiny blow dryer that we got from a Boxy Luxe like over 1 year ago that I even talked about in my faves and fails of the entire year with. That is slowly starting to not be as powerful, I've noticed, and it takes a little bit longer time to kind of like warm itself up. It's aging like the rest of us. I get it. I'm not judging it. But I knew it wasn't going to be lasting much longer, especially with my hair and how much hair I have. So I did purchase this for I think $50, $49.99 or something. And it came with a lot of different things with it, which I really appreciated. And it claims 35% faster dry time. It's got a powerful motor, 2 speed settings, 3 heat settings, cool and hot button to change the temperature, overheating protection function. It isn't terribly heavy, so when it did say it was lightweight, and I can, you know, feel like I'm not giving myself an arm workout doing this, but after a while, don't we all feel like that's happening anyway? And it did come with 3 different heads on it. I've already used the diffuser because if you did not know, my hair is actually naturally very wavy curly. This tool that I feel like I still had to look up, like I was like, what is this for? And it just kind of said it was like a styling head. And I thought it was for like straightening. Or maybe this one's the styling one with the teethy comb parts. I don't know. I haven't used these two yet. But it's nice to have them. You know, maybe this one's for like lifting the roots to like help with volume. That would be cool. I'll take that. And maybe this one's for like straightening. It's got those comby teeth in it, I think, to kind of like pull through. As a curly haired girl, I only tend to either use this guy or this. I used to use one of these kind of nozzles a lot back in the day when I was straightening my hair. But then that felt like another effort to grab one more tool out, so I just didn't do it. I have tried this 3 different times now. Again, the first time when my hair was being kind of curly, and it did a pretty good job. It went by much faster than I was expecting. And then the past few times I've used it, it's just been the normal way that I blow dry my hair, where I just literally flip my hair and then blow dry the crap out of it, you know, all over your head, and you try to style while you're doing it, but doing it by yourself is always harder than they make it look at the salon. You know what I'm talking about, right? I was really excited to play with this because I've always wanted a Dyson, and when I go to the salon, my hairstylist uses a Dyson on me, and it's just like always so much faster no matter how long my hair is, because I do have a lot of thick hair. And I've always been so impressed with it. This, I feel like, does have at least brand new out of the box. It has about that same time frame of like blow drying your hair. So that I'm liking, but it's definitely got a thicker, more industrial cord than I'm used to on any blow dryer I've ever owned previously. So there's that. It also seems to use more wattage. For most homes, probably isn't a big deal, and it's not a big deal for our tiny house, but I do keep that in mind because we can only do so many watts. I did miss with that tiny blow dryer that we got from the Boxy Luxe. It was a Boxy Luxe, like over a year ago now. I loved that blow dryer, and it honestly replaced my bigger blow dryers, especially living in a tiny house. But I liked how this, I felt like the way I was justifying it, because I knew that one was slowly dying. I didn't want to get another big one, and this one is a lot like the Dyson, but I got it for like 50 bucks, when it's got a $400 MSRP, and I do have to show you. It does say that on the box. It's not just some kind of marketing ploy that they talk about on digital and don't put it on the box. It's on the box. But I did miss with that smaller blow dryer the cooling effect. Like this one has a cool button and a heat button, and it has 2 heat options to it. I did miss that with that smaller one, simply because I do live in Florida where there's a lot of humidity, and if you give yourself a cool blast, it helps keep the frizz away and helps kind of like style your hair and set it in place. I did miss that a lot with that smaller, is it PYT blow dryer? I think it was like a PYT was the brand name. I still like it. I still have it, and it's probably going to still be good for like travel. Fun note, this coming weekend is my 4-year wedding anniversary, so we are going to be doing a little road trip just to kind of like do something special for our anniversary, because this year we feel like we haven't been able to do any date nights or do anything too fun or special. So maybe I'll take that little guy with me for, you know, going to a hotel, because I think we went to the hotel we're going to doesn't have a very good blow dryer. I've been there before, not a big fan of it. So I was like, I could just bring that little guy for travel, if I even keep it after it, you know, may die soon. I like the claims, and it's got a lifetime warranty. I still have to fill out my little warranty here, but it says it's like a lifetime warranty. So I can also really appreciate that, especially since I didn't pay anywhere near the full retail price for it. I'll give you guys an update in the future, because like I said, I've only used this 3 times now since I've had it, but I do like that it has a cooling button. I like that it has multiple speeds to it. I like that it's very industrial and really solid, but it's not crazy heavy. So stay tuned, and I will give you guys some updates about this bad boy right here, because if it's been in the pop-up once, you know, it's totally possible it could come back again. And I like what I've noticed about this so far. Now, it is still a blow dryer, so it's not like I'm expecting it to do the dishes or anything, but if I spent $400 on it, I would be like, what else can you do for me? And now we are to the part of the video where we do my favorite part of every month, my shout outs for you guys, because you guys are always my favorite part of the month every month. I always wish I could just shout out every single one of you individually, because you are all so awesome. You guys help each other in the comments, you help me in the comments, you let me know when, you know, stuff's really not broken, the pump's really not broken, it's just got issues, so put it on its set. You guys help me so much. You are my friends, and you're the reason that I do these videos every single week, and I'm always trying to improve my channel. And Jean Aldridge, girl, you always remind me, because I always tell you guys I have the extra Jean, because I'm always doing just a little something extra to be complicated and make Nicole's life just more Nicole-ish. you know, I'm extra like that. I always call it my extra Jean. And Jean, you are always letting me know that you're like, girl, I am your extra Jean and I am here for you every video. You are so sweet. I love seeing you in the comments, and I love that I feel like we have all of these fun inside jokes with you guys. I feel like there's so many of you that I can just kind of jump out to, and we all have just this little vibe going. You guys make my heart so happy. So thank you so much, Jean. Thank you for being my extra Jean. Cheryl, I don't know if I'm going to say your last name right. Is it Riot? R-A-I-T-T? You give me paragraphs, girl. You are so sweet. You give me your thoughts on makeup. I feel like we have makeup conversations, and that's what I love about this community, is we actually don't just talk at each other. We have full conversations and like, oh, let me help you with this tip, and oh, have you tried this? It's a conversation. It's a flow, and I love it so much. Thank you so much. I wish I could shout you all out every single month, but be sure that you comment below and let me know what's going on with you, because you never know. You could be shouted out in my next faves and fails. I love talking to you guys. Mwah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel here on YouTube, hi new friends. I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of these fun, loud, weird, unique videos I do every single week. Bye friends.